clarity gives direction, and without it, life becomes a cycle of random actions that lead nowhere. Imagine driving a car without knowing the destination, just pressing the gas pedal and moving aimlessly. You might cover miles, but will you ever reach where you truly want to be? This is how many people live their lives. They wake up, go through routines, make decisions based on what seems right in the moment, and hope it all leads somewhere meaningful. But without a clear purpose, life feels like a constant state of wandering, full of activity but lacking true progress. Purpose acts as an internal compass, guiding every step with intention. It removes confusion, helping you prioritize what truly matters. When you know why you are here and what you are meant to do, you no longer waste time on things that don't align with your mission. Your decisions become easier, your focus sharpens, and your energy is directed toward what actually contributes to your destiny. You stop saying yes to everything and start choosing only what aligns with your greater vision. The most successful and fulfilled individuals are not necessarily the busiest ones, but the most intentional. They are not controlled by circumstances or distracted by temporary pleasures because their purpose keeps them anchored. They wake up each day with a clear understanding of what they need to do and why it matters. This kind of clarity turns life into a journey of meaning rather than just a series of disconnected events. Without purpose, it's easy to become trapped in comparison, constantly measuring yourself against others. You may look at someone else's success and feel like you are behind, but when you have clarity, you realize that your path is unique. You stop chasing what others are doing and start focusing on your own assignment. Purpose protects you from being swayed by trends or manipulated by external expectations. It gives you confidence knowing that you're on the right track, even if the journey seems different from what the world considers normal. Clarity eliminates hesitation. Instead of overthinking and doubting every decision, you move forward with certainty. You don't waste years second-guessing or wandering through different paths, hoping to stumble upon something meaningful. You live deliberately, making choices that push you toward your true calling. A life lived with purpose is a life lived with power. When you have clarity, you don't just exist. You move forward with boldness, and every step takes you closer to your destiny. Purpose fuels passion in a way that nothing else can. When you know why you are doing something, you don't need external motivation to keep going. You wake up every day with a fire inside you. It is the difference between dragging yourself through life and moving forward with energy, excitement, and determination. People who lack purpose often find themselves exhausted, uninspired, and easily discouraged because they are running on empty. But when you have a deep sense of purpose, your passion becomes self-sustaining. You don't need constant encouragement to keep going because your inner drive pushes you forward. Think about those who achieve great things despite facing setbacks, failures, and opposition. What keeps them from giving up when others quit? It's not talent alone, nor is it luck. It's the unshakable conviction that what they are doing matters. Purpose gives you the strength to endure difficulties because you are not just working for a paycheck, approval, or temporary success. You are working for something bigger than yourself. Even when things get tough, you don't lose momentum because your passion is rooted in something deeper than momentary emotions. When you are driven by purpose, challenges don't break you, they refine you. Obstacles become stepping stones and failures become lessons that shape your journey. Without purpose, failure can feel like the end, but with purpose, failure is just part of the process. This is why some people rise stronger after setbacks while others give up. Those with purpose see every struggle as a test of their commitment rather than a reason to quit. Passion alone can fade, but passion fueled by purpose is unstoppable. Purpose also keeps you from being easily distracted. In a world full of endless opportunities, distractions, and shortcuts, it's easy to lose focus. But when you are deeply connected to your purpose, you don't waste time chasing things that don't align with your mission. You stay committed, disciplined, and focused, knowing that every step you take is moving you closer to your vision. People who live with purpose don't need external validation because their motivation comes from within. They don't wait for perfect conditions, they create them. They don't let fear hold them back because their passion overcomes doubt. When you live with purpose, you don't just exist, you thrive. You wake up every day with a reason to keep pushing forward, no matter what stands in your way. A life without purpose is merely survival. Too many people wake up, go through the motions, and repeat the same cycle day after day, mistaking activity for progress. They work jobs they don't enjoy, chase things that don't fulfill them, and fill their lives with distractions just to pass the time. But deep down, they feel an emptiness, a sense that something is missing. This is because survival alone is not enough. We were not created just to exist. We were created to live with meaning, impact, and direction. Without purpose, life feels like a burden. You wake up with no real excitement, no deeper reason to push forward, and no clear destination in mind. Days blend into weeks, weeks into months, and before you know it, years have passed without any real growth or fulfillment. This is why so many people feel stuck. They are alive, but they are not truly living. They may have comfort, security, and stability, but without purpose, none of it truly satisfies. Money, possessions, and status may provide temporary excitement, but they do not give lasting fulfillment. Purpose transforms everything. The moment you discover why you are here, life stops being a routine and starts being a journey. Work is no longer just about earning a paycheck. It becomes an opportunity to contribute, to make a difference, and to grow. Relationships are no longer just about company. They become partnerships that push you toward your destiny. Even challenges and struggles take on a new meaning because you see them as stepping stones rather than obstacles. Instead of feeling stuck in survival mode, you begin to move with intention, energy, and passion. People who live with purpose don't just wait for life to happen to them. They take control. They stop wasting time on things that don't matter and start focusing on what truly does. They refuse to let life pass them by, choosing instead to make every moment count. Instead of being a passenger in their own story, they take the wheel and drive toward a future they have intentionally designed. The difference between living and merely existing is purpose. Without it, life is just a series of empty days. But with it, every day becomes meaningful. Every action has weight. Every step takes you closer to the life you were meant to live. You were not created to simply survive. You were created to thrive. Purpose gives meaning to everything. When you live with purpose, even the smallest tasks take on significance because they are connected to a greater vision. Without purpose, life feels scattered and experiences seem random. You might work hard, face challenges, or achieve certain milestones, but if you don't understand why it all matters, it can feel empty. Purpose transforms ordinary actions into powerful steps towards something greater. Think about the difference between someone who works just to pay the bills and someone who sees their work as part of a bigger mission. The first person may feel drained, constantly counting the hours until the weekend, just going through the motions. The second person, however, is energized because they know their work contributes to something meaningful. The job itself may be the same, but the perspective is completely different. Purpose shifts how you see everything. Your work, your struggles, your successes, and even your failures. Even pain and hardship take on new meaning when you live with purpose. Without it, struggles seem unfair, random, and pointless. But when you have purpose, challenges become lessons that refine you. You understand that every difficulty is shaping you into the person you need to be to fulfill your destiny. Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? You begin to ask, what is this teaching me? Purpose turns setbacks into stepping stones and losses into learning experiences. Purpose also enhances relationships. When you know your mission, you surround yourself with people who align with your vision rather than those who drain your energy. You seek connections that push you forward, and you invest in relationships that bring meaning and growth. Friendships and partnerships stop being just about convenience and start being about impact. Every decision becomes clearer when purpose is your guide. Instead of living reactively, just doing whatever comes your way, you begin living proactively. You don't waste time on things that don't align with your calling. You stop chasing validation and meaningless distractions because you know where you're going. Purpose becomes the foundation that holds everything together. When you live with purpose, you don't just go through life, you engage with it fully. Everything, from your work to your struggles, becomes part of a meaningful journey. When you understand your purpose, time becomes more valuable. You stop seeing time as something to kill and start seeing it as your most precious resource. Many people drift through life, wasting hours, days, and even years on things that do not contribute to their growth or destiny. They spend excessive time on distractions, entertainment, and meaningless activities, only to look back and wonder where all their time went. But when you live with purpose, every moment matters, because you recognize that time is the currency of life, and how you spend it determines your impact. People without purpose often procrastinate, delaying their dreams and postponing their progress. They assume they have plenty of time, telling themselves they will start someday. But someday is not a day on the calendar. Purpose-driven individuals understand that time is limited and that every second is an opportunity to move closer to their vision. They don't wait for the perfect moment because they know the perfect moment is now. They take action, make decisions with urgency, and refuse to waste their lives in hesitation. When you have a strong sense of purpose, you become more intentional about how you use your time. You prioritize what truly matters and eliminate distractions that do not serve your vision. You stop saying yes to everything and start guarding your schedule carefully. You no longer waste hours scrolling through social media, engaging in meaningless conversations, or doing things just to fit in. Instead, you focus on activities that align with your calling, whether that's learning, creating, building relationships, or working on something that adds value to the world. Purpose also brings a sense of discipline. When you know what you are working toward, you develop habits that support your goals. You become more structured, more focused, and more determined to make each day count. Waking up early, planning ahead, and staying committed to your priorities becomes second nature. You don't live passively, allowing time to slip away. You take control of your schedule and use every moment wisely. The difference between those who achieve great things and those who don't is not talent or luck. It's how they use their time. Purpose-driven people understand that time lost can never be regained. They refuse to let life pass them by. Instead, they take charge of their days, knowing that every hour spent with intention brings them closer to the life they were meant to live. Living with purpose leaves a legacy. Every person, whether they realize it or not, is building something that will outlast them. It might be the memories they create with loved ones, the work they do, or the values they instill in others. Without purpose, the legacy you leave behind will be unclear, forgotten, or without meaning. But when you live with purpose, you intentionally shape a legacy that will echo through time, inspiring future generations to live with the same level of intention and commitment. Purpose-driven individuals are not concerned with fleeting recognition or superficial achievements. They focus on creating something that matters in the long run. The legacy they leave behind is not just about personal success or material wealth, but about the impact they have on others. Their lives become examples of what is possible when you align your actions with a deeper calling. They inspire those around them to dream bigger, push harder, and pursue their own unique purpose. Think about historical figures or individuals who have made a lasting impact. They didn't just live for themselves. They lived for something greater. Their actions, words, and decisions were driven by a vision that extended far beyond their own lifetimes. They left behind ideas, movements, and creations that changed the world. And they did so because they lived with clarity of purpose. Their legacies continue to influence us, reminding us that living with intention is the key to creating something that matters. When you live with purpose, you don't just accumulate accomplishments, you cultivate a way of being that influences the world around you. Your work becomes a tool for change. Your relationships become sources of growth. You don't live to please others or fit into societal expectations. You live to make a difference. And in doing so, you set an example for others to follow. Your legacy is defined by the lives you touch, the values you pass on, and the example you set for others. Living with purpose also gives your life a sense of immortality. While we may not live forever in a physical sense, the mark we leave on the world can last much longer. The lessons you teach, the people you mentor, and the projects you create have the potential to continue influencing others long after you're gone. When you live with purpose, you are not just passing through life. You are building a legacy that will resonate for generations to come, shaping the future in ways you may never fully understand.